going straight for just a long period of time, be in your travel lane. So your travel lane is going to open up on the pavement with dotted white lines. I want you to be the first person into it. So look on the right for when your dotted white lines open and be the first person in. Exactly. So this is how I want you to enter turn only lanes. I don't want you to make a lane change in. I want you to be the first person in. Okay? Can't see a signal. We're going to keep straight. All right, so I was looking at your eyes in these mirrors to see how you were going through that intersection. You look straight. So you want to look left and right before you go through it, making sure every car is stopped. And even as you go through it, you still scan quickly because emergency vehicles go through intersections and people run lights all the time. So you want to scan before and through your intersections. When it is safe, execute a lane change to the left for me. Good. Okay, we're gonna make a left turn at the next controlled intersection. Left turn at the next controlled intersection. Speed limit is 35. We passed it. So speed limit is gonna increase going downhill. Make sure you cover your brakes so you can maintain that speed. All right, this is where it's going to get tricky. You remember we're making a left turn, right? So look for your turning point, okay? Have you ever made a left turn at a yellow flashing arrow? No. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is, see it's flashing, commit to the intersection. Go into the middle. Keep going, keep going. You wait for a gap. You see your gap? Complete your turn. Use your turning point, which is that median right there. That's your turning point, and go. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. See how all of it's coming into play? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, remember what I said about the travel lane? I said you want to use that travel lane as much as possible. So after you do this turn, you're in the fast lane, passing lane or whatever. What do you think you need to do? Go this way. Get into the travel lane. So signal, finish in your right lane. Check for traffic, blind spot, and go into the right lane. Good job. This is on the test. I cannot tell you to do that, okay? So you want to go from the left to the left. Don't stay in that lane. Get over into the right lane. Do you get that? Can you repeat that? So anytime you make a turn from a 1 lane into a 2 lane, I want you to go from the left to the left using your turning point and then get over into the right lane. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you don't want to travel in that passing lane. All right, scan your intersection. Look left and right before you go through it and as you go through it. So you don't have to necessarily creep through it, right? You can cover your brake to be prepared for something that might happen, but you don't have to creep through it. So just scan it before and through. Now, you are on a 2-lane road. Which mirrors are you using right now to check for traffic? Not the right one. You don't need to check the sidewalk, right? You don't need to check that. No cars are there. But continuously check this and that every 5 to 7 seconds. Have you been in a roundabout before? Yes. Okay. It was a little hard. So whoever is in the circle is the people who have the right of way, okay? If you're in the right lane, you can exit. If you're in the inner lane, you can keep all the way around and exit. So right lane, you have to exit. So we're going to exit the roundabout. What's the speed limit for the roundabout? 40. Nope. 15, okay? So yield again doesn't mean you have to stop. It means be prepared to stop or slow down. So we're going to scan it early on. Look at your roundabout. Do you see any cars in your roundabout right now? Yeah. Coming over here to your left. So just be prepared for what they might do. They might keep all the way around. Check that truck, and go. Second exit, 1 and 2. That's how you do your roundabouts, okay? Gonna make a right turn at the next controlled intersection. Right turn at the next controlled intersection. Look for cross traffic. So you want to see that they make eye contact with you. Make sure their tires are not rolling. Get into your turn only lane as soon as it opens. What color is your light right now? Green, but it's a stale green light. So look what just happened. Turned yellow. Get into this lane. Get into this lane. Remember, be the first person into your turn only lane. So you got to scan to your left, because that's where traffic is coming from. Go to your yield sign and Pause. We're going to turn in the lane closest to us. Look for a gap. I would wait until the first lane is clear because people make last minute lane changes here. So wait till this lane is clear before you get into that lane. All right, and go. Lane closest to you. Lane right here. Lane closest to you. Okay, now you're going to merge in here because people make last minute lane changes. So don't ever cross your lanes. Okay, now stay here and cancel your signal. Let me ask you this, okay? First of all, what is the speed limit for the road? 35. Give me 35, okay? Now you are on a 3-lane road. Which one is the travel lane?
This one.
Middle lane, yep. All right, let's get into the travel lane. Okay, good job. Now you got lanes beside you. What mirrors are you using to check for traffic?
Both.
All of them. Rear and your sides. Every 5 to 7 seconds, check a mirror. Scan your intersection. Before you go through, keep going. Scan your intersection before you go through and then as you go through. Reason why I say you keep going at that light, because that light just turned yellow, okay? So you got to figure out when your point of no return is, right? So you don't just necessarily have to stop at every yellow light you see. You determine, am I at a point of no return? You were too close to that intersection for you to just completely stop the car. Do you get what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. If a car is traveling behind you at 45 miles per hour, right? And you just see a yellow light and you stomp on your brake, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to hit you from behind, right? So you just got to figure out where your point of no return is. This is a point of return. You can stop here. You get what I'm saying? Because you're too far from it. But if you're within 2 seconds, say we're right here and we see that light turn yellow, you going to stop? No, you're going to keep going. Okay, now on 3-lane roads, most of the times that 3rd lane is going to end if you're in an urban area, right? So expect this lane to end. I'm familiar with the area, but just keep in mind 3-lane roads, most of the time that 3rd lane is going to end somewhere. It's going to go to an exit or somewhere, okay? So expect people in that 3rd lane to try and get over into your lane.
I just moved here, so I don't.
Oh, you moved here from where?
Columbia, so it's not that.
Not too different, yeah. How long you been here?
6 months.
Okay.
Okay, question.
Yes.
How do I know if I'm too far into their lane? Like sometimes I'm tempted to drift this way, so how do I know?
Good question. So you see these lanes right here? These white lines beside you? This white line should look like it's coming towards the middle of your car, which is where that hump is. So it's like almost like an arrow. Use it as an arrow to guide you on that lane right here. Also, this lane right here should look like it's coming in the corner of the car right here on that side. So you don't necessarily have to look at it, but in your peripheral, you can clearly see. Same thing with this curb line. See, the curb line is now your white line, right? That curb line should always look like it's coming towards the middle of your car right there. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the speed limit for the road?
35.
Yep, we just passed it. Scan your intersection. Stay in your lane. So glances off of the road should only be for a second. When it is safe, execute a lane change to the left. Stay in your lane, keep your wheels straight, signal. Yeah, we gotta do it quickly too because our left turn's coming up soon.
Are they making space?
He is probably, I don't know. We'll see. Let's go.
Nope, never mind.
Let's go though. He's letting you go. He's kind of giving you space. I can't see a signal. Not this controlled intersection, but the next one, we're going to make a left turn. Not this one, but the next one. Get into your turn only lane as soon as it opens. Okay? And keep straight. This is just like a yellow flashing arrow. Turning left on green is just like a yellow flashing arrow. Go into the middle. You're going to go to a waiting point. Your waiting point, keep going, is halfway between the opposite side of traffic. Keep going. Boom. Now you're waiting, okay? Where's your turning point? Where do you see your turning point?
This way.
That yellow line, right? Because it divides opposite side of traffic from your traffic, right? You wait for a gap or you wait for that light to turn red. Either or is going to determine when you complete your turn. So if that light turns red and you never get a gap, soon as that light turns red, make sure, are they stopping or coming to a stop? Complete your turn as quickly as possible. Okay? This position is called first position. Go to your turning point from the left to the left. Good job. All right, and then now you don't want to stay in this lane. What do you got to do? Finish in your right. Check your blind spot. And let's go. What's the speed limit for the curve?
15.
Keep all the way around the curve. Follow the bus. All right, next controlled intersection, we're going to make a right turn. Next controlled intersection, we're going to make a right turn. Okay, from the right to the right, use your turning point. Okay, this right here, can you turn right on red?
No.
Yes, you can. If there is no sign saying you can't, you can turn right on red. You just got to yield to where traffic is coming from, okay? So we're going to push up a little bit. You just can't pass the tip of the curb so you can see your blind spot. Remember, whenever you turn right, get closer to the right side of the road. This is too much space right here. Look at how close you're getting to the curb.
Oh, jeez.
Turn out to the left. All right, and go.
I was focusing too much on that part.
All right, now you are on a 3-lane road. Which lane should you be in?
Middle.
Okay, what's the speed limit for the road?
35.
40. We just passed a sign after your turn. So a lot of the times after your turn will be a speed limit sign. So scan as you turn. Okay, scan your intersection. And what mirrors are you using to check for traffic? So right now, can you see that white line coming towards the middle of your car?
Mm-hmm.
When it is safe, execute a lane change to the left. Make a left turn at the next controlled intersection. Left turn at the next controlled intersection. So you see how you have this yellow median? Get into the habit of still checking your blind spot with your medians, because when traffic is backed up, people use these medians as regular lanes. So check your blind spot. Boom. Check your blind spot when you get into this lane. Do you get that? Because you're going to use it. You might not use it now because traffic's not backed up, but when traffic is backed up, you want to check your blind spot when you have a median. Do you get that? Push up a little bit for me. So, how you know that you parked correctly, right? You want to see the white line, not parked, but pull up to the white line correctly. You want to see the white line directly underneath your mirror, okay? See how that car's in the middle of the intersection doing first position, completing his turn? He went straight into the right lane. That's not what we do. All right, let's go.
Okay, question.
Yes.
You know those lanes, those turning lanes, that's like two of them at the same time?
Yeah.
How do I make sure that I'm on my same,
We're going to do that. We're going to do that. 2 lanes turning left. We're going to do that. So at a 4-way stop, right? Who has the right of way?
The person to your left?
Nope. Person who stopped there first. Okay. Now, if you and someone stop at the same time, who has the right of way?
The person
person on the right. Okay. Do you know what the word always means at the bottom of a stop sign?
No.
It means everyone has to stop. So we're going to scan our intersection. Keep going, push up, push up, push up, push up, and stop, okay? He stopped first. Soon as he goes, we go. Okay? And what's the speed limit for the road?
30.
Okay, good job.